Hi guys, Rose here with the Cackling Moon. This is going to be a sharing video where I'm going to share with you tools and decks and books that I am currently working with, and just kind of like a little update. It's been a while. It's been a good couple weeks since I've last had a video up, and I'm really excited to finally have had a chance to film in peace, and so that is what I wanted to do. So how are you guys doing? For me, quick updates. I've been doing really well. The Cackling Moon has gone through a couple changes. So the main change I think that a lot of you guys will see is that I'm no longer doing video readings for the time being. They will be coming back. It's just because of certain circumstances of where I'm currently staying and just not having enough privacy. I didn't have enough time to film the video readings. If they felt more kind of rushed and just out of, they just weren't convenient for me, and the whole lack of convenience really took away the magic of the video readings, and I really didn't want to be filming client readings under that kind of a environment and that kind of a mindset. So I decided that it would be best if I put those video readings aside. Those services will still be available from time to time, but as of right now, they are on the back burner. So Cackling Moon is still offering email readings. That is like the #1 service I'm offering right now, as well as snail mail. So you still have a chance to, get the whole experience with me with your reading, but it won't be in video format for at least, I would say, the remainder of this year, if not maybe earlier than that. But it just depends on my living situation, and it depends on when my family goes on vacations and stuff. Obviously if they go on vacations, I will more than likely be bringing back the video options at a sale price. But for now, it's just email. Let me think. Other updates. I started a new job. I started a new job last week, or actually it was this earlier week, the 1st of March. So the 1st of March in general has been a month of just transitions. That is probably the #1 word I would say to describe my whole life experience right now. Transition. Earlier this year, moving back home to save up money, saving up, been paying off a lot of debt. It's just been really good experiences, but I would say that transition is definitely the #1 word to describe my experience. I left a very toxic work environment and am now working in somewhere that is very different. It's a very different vibe, very nice people, but just the whole starting fresh and having like a whole fresh new start is something I really needed. And you don't really feel how badly you need something until you actually make the change, and then you see how different your experiences were from, even as early as maybe like a month ago. I would say like the dynamic of my work life from a month ago to how it is now is like night and day. So it's just been a transition. I've dealt with some difficult, events with just petty stuff, and it's just good to be in a new space. It's good to be in a new work environment and starting over and starting fresh with new people. Luna's around in the background, so you guys might be able to spy her. This is my husband and I, our bedroom that we stay in, and as you can see, like right there, that's Luna's little tube thing that she loves to play in, so you might catch a glimpse of her in the background. She was just around here. Oh, she's over here. There she is. Say hi, Luna. Hi, Luna. Let's see if I can get her to play. So she loves, Luna's been in a lot of transitions as well, just getting used to a new home, and my parents' home, they have dogs. So just Luna having to share her peace and quiet, her usual peace and quiet with dogs and barking dogs. You know, it's been a transition for Luna as well. But we're doing good. We are doing good, and we are making our way to paying off debt and been, you know, putting money aside, saving up money for a house. So without further ado, I wanted to make this video about just like the current tools that I've been working with a lot lately. I would say about a month or two ago, I was going through a spiritual slump. I was like feeling like my spiritual mojo was gone. I wasn't inspired. I was just kind of like, I lost interest in a lot of things. That's a scratch. That's a love mark from Luna, by the way, in case you were wondering. I just felt like I lost my spiritual mojo. So I really wanted to do things to kind of get that back. And one of the things that I did was I did a major cleanse. I needed to cleanse the space that I was currently staying in right here. So I did a huge room cleanse. And because I'm not able to light incense or light sage, which I miss the scent of my incense sticks so much, I had to opt for other things. So one of the big lifesavers for me and my sanity has been cleansing sprays. So these are both bought from two different crystal shops that I frequent all the time locally. So this is a negativity banishing spray, and this one is only $8. It's $8 at the metaphysical shop. And basically, you spray it on yourself. You spray it in your surroundings. I have one of these in my bag. I carry one in my purse every day. So I'll spray the car. I'll spray my workspace. You know, I have an office. And then I also spray the room, the bed, Luna's cat tree, everything. I do a cleanse probably every other day. Because of just the living dynamic is very different for me. And how do I put this? My family is very conservative in their beliefs. And it's very different from me. So I feel like in order to to maintain my sanity and to be able to deal with certain topics of conversation with them, I like to continuously cleanse my living space. This is my sacred space. This bedroom is our sacred space. So that's one of the ones that I have. I also have a larger one, which is cleansing spray as well. This has this has sage, obviously, and other herbs and stuff, but it has like, he has the guy that created it. I was talking to him at the crystal shop. He has like a whole way of doing things, and you know, his recommendation for it. So basically, like, one of the things that I like to do before I do readings is I like to spray in an arch over myself and the reading table to kind of cleanse the area to get me ready for my reading. So I'll shake it, and then I usually do a spray in like an arch, like a rainbow above me. I could feel like the spray, the mist touching me, and it's like it's symbolic for just cleansing yourself, and it smells amazing, and it's just very relaxing. So as a tip, those of you guys who are not able to light incense or you're not able to light sage, sprays are very good for that purpose. It does the same exact thing. The other thing is lighting candles. And so I have a white candle always in the room that I use as a protection candle, but I also have a this is a purple one. It looks really dark. It looks really black. It looks like it would be black, but it's not. It's actually a very dark purple. And I bought this candle at the crystal shop. This is Violet in Balance, and it says connects to the divine, focus, intuitive healing, independence, psychic development, dignity, integrity, congruency, peace, love, consciousness of humanity, spiritual guidance and growth, overcome addictions and habits. So I felt like this would be a necessary candle for me when I do meditations. And let me tell you, my meditation experience has been, it's gone in an upgrade. When I typically meditate, I typically meditate lying down right before I go to sleep. So I usually will meditate, and then eventually I will fall asleep. But I have since changed that. I will actually set up a space, usually at the foot of the bed. So I'll move Luna's tube And I'll set a space. I'll have a pillow there. I'll sit with my back against the bed because it's just comfortable to have back support. And I usually place a crystal by my feet as a grounding technique. And then I also I always hold a crystal when I meditate. So, and that has opened up a whole new world for me. The meditations I feel are a lot stronger when I'm sitting down. When I'm laying down, I can totally, zone in, but I do tend to fall asleep because obviously when you're laying down, your mind thinks, oh, it's time to go to bed. But when I'm sitting down, I am completely aware, but at the same time, I am on another level. So I have found that upgrading my meditation experience has been the result of actually sitting down to meditate. Another tool I love to use for that is lavender scented hand cream. This one I bought at Sprouts. So if you guys have a Sprouts or even a Trader Joe's, they have like a section where they have like their lotions and stuff. I bought this one. It's lavender scent. It's a hand cream. And it smells amazing. So I don't know if you guys are aware of lavender, but lavender is a really good scent for calming yourself, to relax, to calm, to just bring you down, especially if you deal with anxiety or you deal with just a lot of worry and stress. I'm a very stress-prone person. I deal with anxiety as well. So the lavender scent on my hands is very relaxing for me, especially when I'm at work. I was using this all the time when I was working at my other place, and that work environment was very toxic, and I constantly found that I needed to do little things to kind of bring me back to bring me into a more comfort zone. So I noticed that the lavender scented hand creams were really helping me. Because you could smell it on your hands and it's just around you. Sometimes I would even go as far as putting the hand on, on the lotion on my hands, and then I would like push it through my hair so that I could smell the scent in my hair as well. So I highly suggest, recommend lavender scented lotions for those of you who deal with stress or you're anxiety prone. That will be very helpful. Okay, let's talk about crystals. So the current crystals that I'm obsessed with, I only have 3. This is my clear quartz. This is one of the last crystals that I purchased at a crystal shop near my work, the old work that I used to be at. And this one was just calling to me. He was sitting on the table. I was ready to pay for my other purchases, and I saw him sitting there, and he was only, I think he was $20. And I remember asking if anyone was holding this because they wanted to purchase it, and the guy said, no, it's for sale. So I was like, okay, I'll take it. So I added it to my transaction. I fell in love with this crystal. It was like, it was calling to me. It's beautiful. There's like 3 points to it, if you could see. And there's orangey color in the middle. I don't know. It's just a gorgeous crystal. And I use this one a lot with my meditations. It's very clear. You could see through it. It shines nicely in the sun. It's gorgeous. So I use this one in meditations. This is one that I hold a lot. I just find it to be very peaceful, and it always wants to be with me, so I keep it in my bag. You can see my purse right there on the bed. It's the the brown bag. I keep my crystals with me in my purse, so I have this one always with me. And then the other one was a kind of like an impulse buy. I was driving to work one day, and I felt the need to stop at the crystal shop before I went to work. And I didn't even know what I was going in there for, but when I walked in and the lady asked me if I needed help with anything, I instantly blurted out, I need an ametrine. I said, do you have any ametrine available? It was literally one of those moments where I feel like I was just guided to go to this shop to purchase a specific crystal. And so she said, yes, we have tumbled ones. So she showed me, and these were only $2 each. And this is an absolutely gorgeous ametrine. I've never owned one. This is my first one. Ametrine is a blend of amethyst and citrine. So that's if any of you guys were wondering. So it has like a purpley orangey gold tone to it. It's really pretty. It has rainbows inside of it. So that's why I was drawn to it, because of the little rainbows. But then when I was later reading up on ametrine, I found out that it's really good with working with your crown chakra. So that energy point that is like at the very tip of your head, the crown of your head, it's really good to work with that. And I was realizing how funny it was that the crown chakra, I was working with prayer. And I was working with one of the angels, and I was asking him to kind of open up my crown chakra. I can't think of the angel's name right now. Acatriel. I want to say it was like Archangel Acatriel or something like that. And it was in a meditation, and he is there to open up your crown chakra. Well, the next day when I went to the crystal shop, I had that intention, like I had that feeling, that desire to go randomly, and I didn't even know why. And then I blurted it out, ametrine. I really feel like I was guided by him to get this crystal to help me with those meditations. So this is another crystal that I've been carrying around with me. It has amazing energy. Never owned ametrine before, and now I do, and it's just funny. It's funny how you make those connections. And then the final crystal that I've been working with a lot is my gorgeous amethyst. This is a huge amethyst that I purchased a couple months ago. This is the one that I hold at my feet when I'm meditating. So when I'm sitting there on the floor, I'll place the crystal at my feet. I always sit with my feet like this, like the bottoms of my feet together. And then I will place the crystal on the top of the feet to kind of ground me. But amethyst is my birthstone. It's also good for psychic intuitiveness and just opening up your psychic abilities. So it's just an amazing stone to have with you when you're meditating. I also use this stone when I'm feeling anxious. I just find that amethyst really just brings me back down. It calms me down and whatnot. So it's my go-to. This one also rests on my altar space where I have my protection candle, the white one that I was talking about earlier. That's where he rests too. So he's a really peaceful stone. Okay, so let's talk about cards. No, let's talk about books, and then we'll talk about cards. But before we begin, I'm going to actually check on my husband because I think there was someone at the door, so I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I'm back. Let's talk about books, and then we'll get into the decks because the decks are really exciting. And I have a yummy frappuccino. So sorry if I sound nasally. I deal with a lot of like allergies this time of the year. Every morning I wake up sneezing, and then it seems like when I'm talking a lot, especially when I do videos, it never fails. Like I always get all mocos and everything. So sorry about that. Anyway, books. So I have a lot of books on my list to read. When I was going through the whole lack of spirituality and like losing my spiritual mojo and everything, I got a reading from Courtney of the Witchy Moon, and she guided me to open up my spirituality and, you know, become reacquainted with my awakening by being fulfilled in books. That's like my one way of experiencing a lot of stuff. That's how I learn. Books are everything to me. So I figured, you know what? Instead of trying to read fiction, which I love to read, like a good horror book or whatever, I really needed to get back involved with the spirituality aspect. So I have a crap ton of books now that I'm going to be reading. I finished Spirited by Rebecca Rosen. And if you guys, I think I did a review of it. And I want to say there's a blog post about it at TheCacklingMoon.com. So check that out. But Rebecca Rosen is a psychic medium, and she writes books about how to enhance your abilities and whatnot. And that's what I've been working with. So Spirited was the first one. It was amazing. It's a journal prompt book, which will help you kind of like figure out where you were at with your abilities, how to awaken yourself. And it's just journal prompts. So I was using my spirit journal that I have, and I was writing in it, and it was just amazing. It was an eye-opener book. Then I purchased Awaken the Spirit Within. This was the book that I bought after I received the reading from Courtney. And when I was going through my lack of spirituality and, you know, trying to find my mojo. So I purchased this at Barnes & Noble, Awaken the Spirit Within. It's another book by Rebecca Rosen. It's her second book. And this one is absolutely just amazing. I love her so much. Her vibe is so awesome. So I am probably halfway through. I'm halfway through the book, and it's just been one of, again, somewhat journal prompts. She has like prompts for meditating and whatnot, but it's been one of those books that just like, it's 10 steps to ignite your life and fulfill your divine purpose. So it's kind of like finding your purpose, ways to live a better life, to open yourself up, that, you know, that sort of thing. And then she came out with a third book, which is going to be the next one I read. I already purchased it. What the Dead Have Taught Me About Living Well. So this is her third book, and I'm really excited to read this one. So this is the next one on my list to read. And other spirituality books that I purchased that I'm going to be reading, there's 3 more. This is called Medium, A Step-by-Step Guide to Communicating with the Spirit World by Constanza Morningstar. This one really caught my attention at Barnes & Noble. And I'm all about opening up my abilities in that way. I really feel like that's the path that I'm supposed to be taking, step by step and little by little. I'm not trying to rush it. I'm willing to allow it to take place when it's supposed to, but I feel like that is where I'm being called to go. So I purchased this book because it just really called to me. It was it was like facing like this on the shelf, and I was like, okay, I gotta take it. It's mine. So that is another one. I also got The 4 Agreements. I can't believe I never read this book. I always see it at the libraries when, you know, I work at a library, and I've always seen it there. But I never thought to read it. So I think it was Elise from Wild Moon Woman. She did a review on it, and I'm definitely going to read this one. And then I also purchased Believe, Ask, Act, Divine Steps to Raise Your Intuition, Create Change, and Discover Happiness. So I'm all about these kind of like, and this is by Marianne DeMarco. I'm all about these like books about your spirituality and your intuition and opening up and, you know, all of that. So that's like my thing. I find that these books are very positive, and they just get me going, and they give me good things to write about. I like to pull cards along with some of the stuff that I read, and I just find it very helpful. And so that is my book list. That's going to be what I'm going to be reading for the next couple months. And then let's talk about decks, last but not least. So my current working decks right now, I'm still so attached to my Rider-Waite Tarot, but I'm also trying to open up to other decks. So the other tarot that I've been working with, which you'll start seeing if you follow me on Instagram, you will see these in the dailies for March. So I've been posting a daily card read each month, each day of the month. And I've been using the Lover's Tarot. So this is a tarot deck that I'm actually working with presently. The cards are very different. The backs are very plain, just a dark blue with a gold border. And then the cards themselves are with like the Marseille decks, where it's the pips. So that's a 3 of Wands. That's an 8 of Swords. You know what I mean? Like there's no image. It's just like the suits. But the ones with the images are gorgeous. So here's the Hierophant. Let's see if he'll focus. Probably not. An Ace of Pentacles. The Star. Let's see. Death. So really gorgeous cards. Even like the court cards are really nice. So it has like that nice feel to it. So I've been working with this deck a lot. Leela Howell gifted to let me have it, actually. She was selling it, so I purchased it off Leela Howell. And then the other deck that I've been super obsessed with is Oracle of Oddities. So this is also, I've been working with both of these for the daily messages for March. So if you follow my Instagram, you'll see them each day. So the Oracle of Oddities is absolutely beautiful. This is the 2nd edition. And it's by Claire Goodchild. The backs of the cards are like a dark green, which actually matched my nails, so it's kind of funny. But they have a very morbid yet beauty to them. This is Eternity. This is probably one of my favorites, Death. And Lust. So you get the idea of like what kind of artwork is done here. It's totally my thing. I'm all about kind of like the morbid but yet beauty as well. I love the blend of the flowers with morbid images. So that's a deck that I'm so obsessed with lately. I picked this one up when I purchased the mediumship book. I actually purchased Talking to Heaven by Doreen Virtue and James Van Praagh. I have always seen these cards, and I never thought to purchase them, but because I've been working with the whole mediumship abilities and whatnot, I thought these cards might be kind of helpful. So they're really pretty, like the backs are like the Stairway to Heaven. They are gold edges. And then the messages are very simple, like don't be afraid. You could totally use this as spirit message. If you trust that spirit is guiding you when you're pulling the cards. So I haven't worked with them just yet, but I do feel like they're going to be a really good addition to a couple other decks that I own, blending that in for a reading. When I got the ametrine crystal, I actually purchased the Caroline Meese archetype cards. And the store owner actually was sitting with me and showing me how she reads with these cards, because I guess she uses them on a daily. So she was kind of giving me some advice and showing me how to work with the cards, and she sold me on it. So it's hard to open this box, so. I haven't yet worked with them, but I love the red. It just grabs my attention. So the backs of the cards are very abstract. And then, I can't really go into detail about the cards just yet because I haven't worked with them, but I do have a reading in mind, a service that I'm going to be offering that I will be using these cards because there's a particular way that you do things with them. So I'm really excited to kind of introduce that once I work with it and I play with it a little bit more. But I really was drawn to the cards because of the whole psychological aspect that they bring to the reading, the archetypes and all of that. I feel like a lot of my clients that I receive come to me with really deep-rooted issues, shadow work, that kind of stuff. And I feel like these cards are going to be amazing to bring forth a really cool reading. So that's going to be a service that will be available later on, a few months from now. And then today I got my package. I purchased the Illuminated Tarot by Carol Herser, sorry. Look at how gorgeous. This is the deck bag that comes with the deck. I got the medium size. My Starlight Illuminated Tarot is a large, but I got the medium this time. So the deck bag has the moon, the stars, and the sun. And then I asked her to put the moon card on the front. And I haven't even looked through these cards yet because I literally just picked them up at the P.O. box before I came home. So she signed the card. That is the Magician. Carol Herser, 2017. And this is the Illuminated Tarot. So there's the title card. And her artwork is gorgeous. So here's the Fool to give you an idea. I'm not going to show all of them. They're they are laminated cards. So they're very, very, very glossy, but they're absolutely gorgeous. The coloring is so bright and happy. I don't know. Sorry guys. So the cards are in order. I don't want to put them out of order. So This is the fronts. This is the full card. As you can see, the illuminated tarot is illuminated because it's gorgeous paints and colors and just brightness. The backs, I chose the purple backing, and it looks like kind of like little stars, but it's purple. And like I said, this is the medium size, so her larges are really big, actually. The large cards are probably maybe a little bit smaller than this size. I don't know. I'm probably totally wrong, but I wanted a smaller size because they're easier to shuffle. The deck itself tends to be kind of chunky because of the way that the cards are laminated and whatnot, but they are so pretty. So the whole point of the Illuminated Tarot is that she hand paints the cards, and she doesn't just hand paint them to look like the regular Rider-Waite. She hand paints it to be its own masterpiece. So they're just beautiful. I'm so excited to use these cards in readings for clients. It's going to look absolutely amazing with the pictures. But yeah, that is the Illuminated Tarot. The only way that you could purchase this deck is through her website. So you have to go to her website. Google Carol Herzer, Carolherzer. It's probably not going to focus, but Google her name. Her website will pop up. You can purchase her cards. They're not cheap, I will say that. She has, you know, different versions of her Illuminated Tarot. So I have the Illuminated, which is like the original one that she came out with. And I also have the Starlight Illuminated, which is more blue tones, and it looks like, you know, starry night. The large version of the deck, which is the size, let me get it so I can show you. So the large version of her her cards are, I think they run like $80 plus shipping. You're paying a good $100. So this is the Starlight Illuminated Tarot. This is the deck bag that it came in. She put that one as the front card. But as you can see, the size difference. So this is the large. This is the medium. See what the difference is? So medium is rather small when you think about it, but she even has smaller ones because she has a pocket size, which I can't even imagine. It's probably like wallet size, if anything. So I wanted the medium because, one, it's cheaper. Medium is a little bit cheaper. Medium is probably about $60. The large was $80, but also because the larges, they're hard to shuffle. They're not that hard. They're not that easy to shuffle if you have small hands. So it is kind of a handful. And so because of that, I wanted something that I could throw in my purse too really easily and shuffle really well. So I purchased these in that. Look at how gorgeous. And these also have borders, and my Starlight Illuminated does not. So it just has differences. These look like they are, like I said, starry night. Look at the 10 of Cups. Really beautiful cards. And lots of blue tones in the Starlight Illuminated. Whereas the Illuminated Tarot, they are still like really, you know, gorgeous, colorful cards, but you get a whole plethora of different colors. So I'm in love. I'm so happy. And I love the borders. I'm not, you know, I'm not one of those people where I'm picky with borders. They don't bother me too much. But these, I think the white borders help the pictures pop more, to be honest. I don't know. That's my opinion. But yeah, so I'm really excited. That is the Starlight Illuminated Tarot. And yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys Oh, hi, honey.
Hi.
I just wanted to show you guys, you know, the decks that I've been working with and the tools that I've been working with. But I'm glad to have been able to put a video out for you guys. I missed you. So I hope to be able to film more videos in the future. Like I said, I am doing fine. If you guys ever want to reach out and talk to me, you can send me an email. I'll put all that information below. Follow me on my blogs and all that stuff. And yeah, take care, guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye.